if you kind of want to say hi, or if you've got any questions, or what you're doing, or what's that about, or whatever, really. As long as it's not religion or the state of the economy, I don't actually mind. So this is becoming a bit of an issue. This line through here, getting very thin, I have to say. So I'm going to think about it. Ocean Note, how many pages down do you go before you add another picture? It depends. I don't generally have a set number. I tend to go by a couple of things, like how big the image is, how much depth, like as in how far down it goes. Let me try and explain that one a little bit more. These ones here are obviously getting quite deep, but it's a couple of illustrations together, whereas this head one is more on its own. And if I turn it sideways, you might be able to see there. So it's nice to have all those different variations of depth, but sometimes when it comes to things like I've decided to put things straight in the corners this time. If I don't put things in the corners sometimes, depending upon the paper type, it gets quite ratty and gnarly. So I'll put an image in pretty quickly. And also if you've got type of paper that's, if it's cheap paper, sometimes can be really difficult to cut and it will just tear all over the place. It's horrible. Witchy Love, I never got the... let me try that again. I've got the never-ending dragon and bits like that. I try to get the usual ones. When you're saying never-ending dragon, you're talking about the never-ending story dragon, the white dragon. That's the one I'm assuming you're on about. I was trying to draw that the other week, actually. I was trying to do a 4-edge painting of it. It didn't go... I've kind of done it, but it's not finished. I'm not happy. Where's the book? Oh, it's up there. Hold on. 2 seconds, I'll grab it and I'll show you what I'm on about. If you hear a crash, it's because I've just pulled the books all on top of myself because I've kind of got them piled high. This one, yes? As you're talking about that one, I don't know if you can see this. I started doing the 4-edge painting on it. And I did start around the sides as well. And I sometimes, I don't practice stuff. I literally wing it all the time. Yeah, you're absolutely right, he did. Yeah, they're such old films now. You're making me feel old. I do like that. I'll tell you something else about that as well, actually, that dragon. Do you remember the theme song to that film? I'm going to take it that you do. I'm going to explain it, okay? So, in Leighton Buzzard, I applied to take part in some street art. They're just waiting for the final, go-ahead. But they wanted things in reference to the town. Well, the group that sang the theme song to the Never-Ending Story come from Leighton Buzzard. And so the lead singer, Lamar from Kajagoogoo, he was renowned in the 80s for his hairstyle. So I submitted a submission to do street art painting of 80s iconography with Lamar because of his hair and because of the fact that they originated from Leighton Buzzard. And I wanted to use the dragon out of Never-Ending Story as a border around the whole picture. So I'm excited to do it. We've got to talk about bits and pieces yet. There's a few ins and outs we've got to stick to, and it's a really limited colour palette because it's all going to be in metal paints on the side of planters. So as long as it gets the final go ahead, yeah, I'll be doing that with a bunch of other artists and everybody's getting to do their own bit. So yeah, I'm quite excited for that, to be fair.